Welcome to Poly Prep Coach's Corner. I'm Hope Brennan.
And I'm Caitlin Lamb, and we're your hosts for this exciting series on Polyvision.
This afternoon, we're here with Coach Kristen Cannon, girls varsity soccer coach and assistant athletic director. Thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Where were you born and raised, and what sports did you play growing up?
Born and raised, planet Earth. That's Mike Junch's favorite answer. I was born in East Greenwich, Rhode Island, the great state of, small state. Many people think it's part of New York, which it is not.
And what sports did you play growing up?
Oh, I played everything. I played soccer, basketball, ice hockey, baseball, softball, surfing.
Surfing?
Yeah, surfing. Grew up on the water. Did a little bit of everything.
That's really cool.
That's all I did in the
That's
summer.
fun.
No sports, just surf.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
What made
is a sport, I suppose.
What made you want to become a coach?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know. I think I actually asked this question to one of my, why I became a coach, to one of my former players when I was in college, and she said, you know, you've always been coaching, even when I played. I think that it's always been natural to me on the field to kind of be the leader on the field and organizing off the field stuff. So I don't think there's a specific moment in time when I know that this is exactly what I want to do, but I think it's something I've just naturally always kind of progressed into becoming. And so far, so good. I've enjoyed it. Who knows what tomorrow brings, but for now, it's amazing.
Tell us about your coaching career before you came into Poly.
Yeah, I've been all over the place. So I've been coaching for about 10 years. Started out at my alma mater, coaching Division II at Assumption College in Worcester, Massachusetts. From there, went to Springfield College, which is a Division III school out in Western Mass. Was there for 2 years being a grad assistant. Shout out to Mike Junch in Springfield College. Then from there, I got a job at a small Division III school up in northern Vermont, where I was head coach, assistant athletic director, faculty, do wear a lot of hats in Division III at those levels. From there, I wanted to get into Division I, so I actually shipped out to Cincinnati, where I worked at the University of Cincinnati, Division I program there. And then after that, I came back out towards northeast here, worked at LIU Brooklyn Division I. Was just at, wow, this sounds like I moved a lot of U-Hauls, out to Xavier University in the Big East, so I was just there before I came to Poly. So, I've done the college level at all 3 divisions, which has been really rewarding in a lot of ways, and I'm excited to be kind of on the other side of it now to help educate high school athletes on what it means to compete at the high school level, and then for those who maybe want to take their career to the next level in college, help them as well with that recruiting process. So, it's been really rewarding.
Mm-hmm. What are the differences between coaching at the Division I level and now at high school level?
I think there's actually more similarities than people think there may be. At the end of the day, I'm coaching a group of 22 to 30 players in the same sport that I'm used to coaching. I think there's obviously differences with ability levels and maturity levels, just given the natural age of the players that I'm coaching. But overall, and certain, obviously less specific things that we talk about here, but, do a few things a little less tactically here. But I really love the high school level because it's so pure in terms of teaching the technical ability. A lot of the concepts we talk about are brand new concepts for our players. So that's fun. It kind of reinvigorates me as a coach to be able to implement this information to them that's brand new, and see them kind of take it and run with it and watch them develop.
What attributes do you think a young person needs to become a great soccer player?
There's a lot. I think most important with anybody who's looking to be successful in athletics in general is there needs to be an intrinsic level of motivation that they care about what they're doing and they want to do it for themselves and for nobody else. And within that, you need to be individually, even in a team sport, you have to be individually willing to compete, to put yourself out there, to want to learn, to want to compete, to have the discipline in order to perform at a high level, to be successful. But at the same time, while having that, again, especially on a sports team like soccer, you have to have that and couple that with being a great teammate and being a great person. So you have to have that individual mentality, but also figure out how to put that in and mesh that in to be a great teammate.
For sure.
Because if you don't have both those things, then you won't be successful and your team won't be successful.
What lessons do you think playing soccer teaches student athletes?
I think all the classic things you hear all the time. It's the teamwork, it's learning the discipline. I think, you're one of my players. I'll ask that question to you. What do you think you've learned as a soccer player?
Discipline and teamwork, motivation for what you're doing in the field.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with that, working with different people, it prepares you in the future in your classes. If you have group projects, how do you work with players who may be a little different from you? You have different opinions. How do you communicate with people who you don't necessarily agree with? And how do you do that in an intense environment like a soccer match? So I think you learn a lot of really valuable pieces about yourself, especially at this age, to help prepare you for whatever might be next.
Describe your coaching style.
I think I'm somebody, and you might nod or disagree with me, but I want players to work, and I want to teach them lessons of what that means and working hard in life, and that nothing's given to you, so to work for everything. Mix that with having fun. I enjoy having good times. Sports is supposed to be fun at the end of the day. But I think a lot of that fun also comes from competing and being the best that you can be and that your team can be. So I'm not a coach who feels happy or content when players show up late or if corners are cut, figuratively or literally. I want things done the right way because I think that it helps them not only on the soccer field but in everything that they do in life.
Have you ever had a pet?
Yes.
And what was it?
Oh, good follow-up question. Well, I had a goldfish growing up that I won at carnivals. Those, unfortunately, don't live very long, so that's kind of sad. I had a cat growing up, and his name was Kitty.
Oh.
Yeah, Kitty lived solely on bananas and salt and vinegar chips. And he lived 15 years and lived a great life. He's a happy, happy cat.
What's your favorite food?
Right now? Today? If I could have anything right now, I probably want a nice big plate of buffalo chicken nachos. Little jalapenos diced up, no sour cream. I think in general, anything with a hot sauce on it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big omelet fan. Yeah, anything at the Commons here is delicious. Great soup today. Turkey veggie was real nice. So I don't really discriminate. I just love food. Yeah, you give me whatever. I ate that sunflower butter with a knife that's in my drawer. I'm fine.
You have lived in several different places. How do you like living in Brooklyn?
Love Brooklyn. Love Brooklyn. It's actually my second stint in Brooklyn. I lived here about a year and a half ago working at LIU Brooklyn, left for a bit and then came back. So living in a little different area, but it's funny when you move away from the city, you miss certain parts of the city and certain things about it, like being able to walk to get groceries or take the train and get places really easily. When you live back in suburbia, there's things that you're happy to have again, like driving your car places, but you miss things about the city too. So I'm not sure if I said the same thing twice there, but love Brooklyn, love diversity, meeting new people, especially even here at Poly. It's just great to meet people from such different backgrounds.
Coach, thank you so much for coming on this show today. We will be back soon with another great Poly Prep coach on Poly Vision Coach's Corner.
See you there.